Why do we conduct exams? Exams, tests, assessments. For some, these words bring motivation. For others, stress. Every year, millions of students around the world prepare, study, revise, and sit for exams. But have you ever wondered why we conduct exams in the first place? Why do schools, universities, and even workplaces rely so heavily on tests? What purpose do they truly serve? Today, we'll explore the history, psychology, purpose, benefits, challenges, and future of examinations to understand what they measure, what they miss, and why they continue to shape education around the world. Part 1. What are exams? At the simplest level, an exam is a way to measure learning. It is a tool, a method, used to evaluate what a learner knows, understands, or can do. Exams come in many forms: written tests, practical exams,
Oral exams.
multiple choice tests, assignments, projects, digital assessments. Despite different formats, the purpose remains the same: to check progress and understanding. But the story behind exams goes much deeper, and it begins centuries ago. Part 2. The history of exams. Exams are not new. In fact, they began over 2,000 years ago. China, the first civil service exams. One of the earliest exam systems was created in ancient China. Known as the imperial examination, it tested candidates on literature, philosophy, and government knowledge. Only those who passed could work as government officials. This system aimed to choose talent based on knowledge, not family wealth or social status. It influenced exam systems in many countries, Europe and the West. Centuries later, universities in Europe adopted written exams to evaluate students in subjects like mathematics, philosophy, and science. Modern exams. Today, exams are used globally in schools, colleges, government jobs, medicine, engineering, law, and almost every professional field. The idea of exams has grown, changed, and adapted, but the goal remains similar: to test learning and skill. Part 3. Why do we conduct exams? Let's explore the main reasons exams exist, the core purposes behind this common educational practice. 1. To measure learning. Exams help teachers and institutions understand how much a student has learned. They show what students know, what they need to improve, whether teaching methods are effective. 2. To provide feedback. Exams give students insight into their strengths and weaknesses. They highlight areas that need more attention. 3. To ensure standards. Schools and universities need consistent ways to evaluate learners. Exams create a standard, a benchmark, so everyone is assessed fairly. 4. To encourage study and discipline. Exams motivate students to revise, practice, and study regularly. They help build routines and discipline. 5. To select or qualify candidates. Many professions use exams to choose the best candidates. Medicine, engineering, civil services, law, research. These fields require accuracy, knowledge, and high standards. Exams help maintain quality. 6. To prepare students for real-world challenges. Life also tests us: deadlines, responsibilities, and decision-making. Exams build resilience, focus, and problem-solving skills. 7. To assess skills, not just memory. Modern exams often measure critical thinking, creativity, communication, practical ability, analytical skills. Exams are evolving beyond memorization. Part 4. Types of exams and their purposes. Not all exams measure the same thing. Different types serve different purposes. 1. Formative exams. These are small assessments during learning. Purpose: to guide improvement. Examples: quizzes, assignments, class tests. 2. Summative exams. These happen at the end of a term or year. Purpose: to evaluate overall learning. Examples: final exams, board exams. 3. Entrance exams. Used to select students for courses. Purpose: fairness and competition. Examples: university entrance tests. 4. Skill-based exams. Focus on what students can do. Examples: labs, practical tests, performances. 5. Competitive exams. Used for jobs or special positions. Examples: civil services, medical entrance tests. 6. Psychological or aptitude tests. Measure logical thinking, personality, or problem solving. Used in hiring, counseling, and career guidance. Each type plays a unique role in shaping education and opportunity. Part 5. Benefits of exams. While exams are sometimes stressful, they also offer many benefits. 1. Motivation to learn. Exams push students to revise, practice, and understand deeply. 2. Objective measurement. Exams create a clear way to compare performance. 3. Builds confidence. Doing well in exams boosts self-esteem and motivation. 4. Improves time management. Students learn to plan, prioritize, and work under time limits. 5. Encourages discipline. Regular study habits form over time. 6. Identifies learning gaps. Exams reveal what students need to work on. 7. Prepares students for future assessments. Life is full of evaluations. Exams build resilience and focus. Part 6. The psychology of exams. Let's look at exams from a psychological perspective. Exams activate both cognitive skills, thinking, memory, reasoning; emotional skills, motivation, stress control, focus. Some stress can actually be good. It increases alertness and performance. This is known as positive stress or eustress. But too much stress can be harmful. Modern education systems aim to balance challenge with well-being. Psychologists note that exams help develop problem-solving abilities, critical thinking, self-regulation, confidence, emotional resilience. Exams don't just test the brain, they train it. Part 7. Criticism of exams. Exams are not perfect. They have limitations. Common criticisms include: 1. Memorization over understanding. Some exams reward rote learning instead of deep thinking. 2. Stress and anxiety. High-pressure exams can cause fear and tension. 3. One-size-fits-all approach. Every student learns differently, but many exams are the same for all. 4. Doesn't measure creativity. Not all talents can be tested on paper. 5. Can create unfair pressure. Students may feel judged by a single score. These concerns have led educators to innovate and redesign assessment systems. Part 8. Modern assessment methods. Today, many educators are shifting from traditional exams to more diverse assessment methods. These include open book exams, online tests, project-based learning, group assignments, portfolios, practical demonstrations, continuous assessment. These methods evaluate more skills and reduce pressure. The goal is not to remove exams entirely, but to make them fairer, more meaningful, and more relevant to real life. Part 9. The role of teachers and schools. Exams are only one part of education. Teachers, schools, and parents play an essential role in creating a healthy learning environment. Good educators use exams to help, not hurt, giving constructive feedback, encouraging improvement, avoiding fear-based teaching, supporting emotional well-being, promoting curiosity, not just performance. Exams become effective when they support learning, not pressure. Part 10. The future of exams. As technology and society evolve, exams are changing too. The future may include AI-based assessments, personalized testing, a virtual reality skills evaluation, real-time feedback systems, exams that adapt to student ability, a more project-based learning, global digital certifications. Exams will become more flexible, creative, and skill-focused. The purpose will stay the same, to help learners grow, but the methods will continue to evolve. Part 11. What exams really teach. Beyond scores and marks, exams teach valuable life lessons: responsibility, perseverance, critical thinking, problem-solving, decision-making, time management, emotional strength. Exams prepare students not just for school, but for life. They teach that effort matters, that growth is possible, and that challenges can be overcome with preparation and confidence. Closing. So why do we conduct exams? Because they guide learning, because they measure progress, because they help us grow, because they prepare us for the future, and because they remind us that knowledge, effort, and discipline shape who we become. Exams are not the purpose of education, but they are a tool that helps us understand our journey. Thank you for joining this exploration of why exams exist, how they work, and what they mean for students today and tomorrow.
Hi everyone, I am your white fairy friend. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next adventure.